The day is almost over, and I just didn't feel like filming a vlog earlier, but now it feels like the right time. And I'm just gonna be a little bit more quiet because I believe my roommate's asleep. But yeah, it's been another day out here. It's been interesting. When I woke up, the first thing that came to my mind was I woke up in the room and I could see outside through my window. And I was thinking my days here are so similar, where I have nothing planned, nothing I'm gonna do, and I spend most of my time inside of this pretty small house. And yet every moment feels different. Every day has a very different energy than the day before. And in that moment, I was just thinking that things are constantly changing. And since my life has less things that distract me and it's more still, I'm starting to realize how much things actually change. And I've been noticing this, that the more still I am, the more I see the change in everything. And I actually find a lot of peace in that idea because I know that no matter what I'm feeling, it's always going to change. And so today there are some moments where I felt really strong emotions. And sometimes I felt so positive, like, oh, I love how I'm feeling right now. And then other times I felt really anxious and uncomfortable. And I noticed this actually happened yesterday, and when I went and walked, immediately I felt better. And so today I was sitting in the house, and I felt this really strong anxious energy, just like freaking me out, but I realized it wanted me to get out of the house and go somewhere. So as soon as I left the house immediately and walked to this area that I felt guided to walk to, it was like that anxious feeling just went away. And I realized I was meant to be at this spot that I walked to. Energetically, I could feel something happening there. And this makes me less afraid of those feelings because I've kind of known this in the back of my head. I like to think so, at least. But I'm starting to realize that through experience, that whenever I feel anxious or any kind of uncomfortable emotion, it's trying to teach me something, or it's trying to guide me to take some sort of action. It's not there, and this came through some of my writing recently that I channeled, where it's the emotion is not there to torture me. It's there to teach me or to guide me. And I'm starting to notice that in my day-to-day experience, actually, where it like actually moves me to go walk somewhere or to do something. And I realized that's why I felt called to channel that, because for at least with that piece of writing, it was the lesson I most needed to learn, and now I'm seeing the effects of that lesson in person. So I just find that interesting. It's interesting. I was looking out the window I had a tea in my hand. There's not much else to do, so I'm looking out the window fairly often with tea in my hand. And it's so cold outside. And it was sunny, and then it just started hailing while it was still sunny out. And this is kind of random, but the sound of the hail hitting the roof was like one of the best sounds in the world. One of the best ambient sounds I could possibly imagine. It's really relaxing. Yeah, I feel really good right now. I definitely noticed that while I'm in this period of more isolation, that my mood seems to be fluctuating a lot. I don't know if energetically there's just a lot of energy going on that I'm feeling, or if it's just because I'm in a specific, almost like container, like quarantine in this single building, and I have less things and less people to distract myself with. So all the stuff that wants to be worked on in me, I notice is coming up. And so I'm just noticing, like, I have moments where I feel like I have this huge breakthrough, then moments where I feel so much anxiety or fear, and then it leads to another breakthrough, and then something else. And this is something that I just noticed ever since I've been here at the Finhorn Foundation, where it feels outside of time. So I've been here about a month now, And I've noticed this happening before the whole Corona thing got big, and it was just like all the spiritual energy here was bringing up all this stuff from my past and all this stuff that I wanted to be work on. And at the same time, I always felt safe at the deepest level. So like I could handle this stuff coming up, and I've been supported in handling that stuff. And I just noticed that now it's still somewhat similar. And I have stuff coming up very often, and then I feel supported too in working through it. So yeah, I feel like I'm meant to be here, and I'm grateful. And at the same time, it's not always easy, for sure. But I am still waiting to notice when I'm gonna feel alone. Because even though I've been spending so much time by myself and my own energy, I wouldn't say I feel lonely. And I think maybe this is just connecting with spirit more, but it's like a different kind of connection that I'm used to. And I realized today that it's through writing that I connect most with spirit. So I've been writing a lot today. And that's the way that my spirit guide best enjoys communicating with me, and the easiest way for me to understand what's coming through. And I have this feeling now, and I did it this morning, I'll probably do it every morning, where every morning I just wake up, maybe meditate a little bit just so my mind is empty, and then invite my spirit guide to share whatever is in my highest good to be shared. And I did that this morning, and the words that came through were just perfect, on point. And I realized I can really ask for more help. And I would probably receive it, so I will receive it. I mean, it's interesting to just get used to that. I don't have any other words other than to say what a journey this is. Just, I could not make this stuff up. Just the experiences I've had, and then of course the Corona thing and how that's affecting the collective, and it's just really is an interesting time to be alive, I believe. I worry about the money, and often that's my number one concern. And I also know was pointing to something else that was coming through when I was asking my spirit guide for help. And I'm kind of realizing now that I'm grateful for that challenge. Because it really is what I most needed to learn. So the challenge is basically being broke and having to come up with money. And it's definitely a thing I've been kind of fighting for a while. For many years, it feels like the relationship with money. And now I'm starting to really go inwards and see what it's about. I wouldn't say I'm doing it. I like just my human mind, human self, but feels like my spirit guide is helping me get to the root of that. That's quite a journey. Anyways, I just realized maybe I was talking too low and you're not going to be able to hear this, so I'm going to stop recording in a second, but hopefully it was loud enough. But that's the update for today. And tomorrow I have a plan to write a lot and start a new book. And I've even have this structure about how I want to keep myself writing for a certain period of time. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. All right. Goodbye.